Good morning everyone. M.Rachana, School Assistant English, Government High School, Rajanpet. Today we are going to deal with the stories. In this session we are going to deal how to deal with the stories in the classroom, in the ELT classroom especially. The objectives of the session is to remove the mind blocks of the teachers about telling the stories and singing the rhymes in the classroom. And highlights of my session is the types of the stories and how can we inculcate the stories to improve the spoken English in the students, and how to improve the grammatical skills through the stories. And the learning outcomes are: the teachers can write a story or subtext to the text, and they can perform the story in the classroom and ask the students to perform the story as well. For example, the story can be divided into three types or three areas. The first one is introduction of the story and the plot of the story and the climax of the story, and the problem and the solution should be there in the story, and there should be a moral for the primary school children's stories. For example, stories can be delivered in the classroom in these types. First of all, I'll show you some stories. For example, I'll share my screen. For example, the first story is in a routine pace or in a speed pace, and the second one is there is a pass and the intonation so that the students can understand. And the third story is with the expressions, with the teacher's expressions and gestures, the children can be understood the gist of the story. And in the fourth story, the students involved in the story, because the teacher asks the students to do the role play or dramatization. This is the effective way of telling the story. And the last but not the least, in the primary session, the children enjoy the story in this way. That one is using the props, that is masks, puppets, and everything. So here the effective way of doing them with the help of the TLM. Every teacher in the primary session are doing the TLM, but they don't know how to use it in the English classroom. They're all using the TLM for the other subjects, but they are somewhat lack in using in English. So let us use that TLM in English also, because our government is introducing English medium in the classrooms. So let us be positive and let us welcome the English medium in the government schools. All the best.